Once upon a time, in a golden kingdom, there was a king named Midas. King Midas was very rich, but there was one thing he always wished for more than anything: to have even more wealth. He thought that if he had enough gold, he would be the happiest king in the world. One day, a kind stranger appeared in his kingdom. He offered Midas a special gift. "I will grant you one wish, anything your heart desires," the stranger said. Without a second thought, Midas excitedly shouted, "I wish that everything I touch turns to gold." The stranger smiled and granted the wish. Midas was overjoyed. He rushed through the palace, touching chairs, statues, and even the walls. Everything he touched turned to shiny gold. He laughed and danced, feeling like the richest person alive. But soon, Midas grew hungry. He reached for an apple, but as soon as his fingers touched it, it turned to gold. He was disappointed, but he thought, "I can always eat gold." So he tried to drink from his goblet, but it too turned to gold. Then, Midas heard a voice calling his name. It was his little daughter, Marigold. She ran toward him, and without thinking, he reached out to hold her. But as soon as his hands touched her, she turned into a cold, lifeless statue of gold. Midas's heart shattered. He screamed, "No, not my precious daughter." He fell to his knees, tears streaming down his face. The beautiful golden palace that once made him proud now seemed like a cold, empty place. He had everything he ever wanted, but the one thing he truly loved was now lost forever. King Midas realized too late that his greed for gold had taken away the most important things in his life. He had everything, yet he was the most miserable king in the world. In his grief, he begged the stranger to undo the wish. The stranger returned and, seeing Midas's regret, reversed the magic. Midas's daughter returned to him, and the food became edible again. But from that day on, King Midas learned that no amount of gold could bring true happiness, and he would never let greed rule his heart again.